it's been emphasized on several occasions for what it's worth. So freaking true that sometimes, not to pronounce this musical compositions moving forward, but even beyond the scope of freaking that, um, you know, like you haven't made any headway. Like literally, like they suggest, like there's an adage once upon a time. I need to brush my teeth. I apologize. Grimy out here, man. Grimy. But fucking there's an adage about fucking if you can't take the pressure of like literally, the pressure, like I've suggested, this was improv, like with a conversationalist with a person, literally, etc., with specialties in business, etc., maybe MBAs or something along those sorts of credentials, etc. And what they pronounced, or what I pronounced, literally in the mid conversation, was just that. Like we were talking about pressure, and literally I said pressure, like it has like two propositions, like right, like relatively, maybe three or maybe even more if you're a creative, right? But either freaking pressure freaking makes diamonds, but pressure also fucking busts pipes. You understand? And this is the same shit that literally, I mean, fucking like fucked up. Like, Mac Miller literally was fucking stressed out a lot of shit. And a lot of people like don't realize this. And sometimes there's this life and that life, etc. And sometimes it's only accordingly. But I know that drugs is not the fucking answer because that only spirals you out of control for every individual, right? So like I've suggested with so many people, sometimes everything in moderation is so fucking true. I'm not everything, because like a lot of this shit, nothing about it, like fuck that, like, that's really fucking stupid, ruin your fucking life. Even if it doesn't ruin it right away, it will fucking, with time, degrade your potential, right? And who, oftentimes, literally, there's a reason that, like, what is it called, 5 o'clock somewhere, or 12 o'clock somewhere, I'm not sure how fucking wild the song is. It's a country song, it's literally like, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, talking about, like, sometimes you want to get some shit, early days, etc., and get some shit done, fully focused. Obviously, there's different days for different acts, etc., but sometimes the highest acuity moving forward is obviously, like, beneficial to every, like, party there, right? So, I mean, obviously, like, I've joked about, like, on fucking Twitter, etc., depending on the structure of, like, like creativity, etc., of a firm, etc. Sometimes, I joked about this. Literally, I said I'm gonna have a fucking company with fucking like where drinking is very fucking discouraged, but there's still like a fucking kegger in the back, bro. Like, you understand the concept. So obviously, sometimes stimuli does harness and create creativity. It's so true, but same token, sometimes acuity is overall, and it's not like it totally destructs that potential, but sometimes it's so fucking true that you want to be fucking sharper than usual, obviously on the fucking ball. And like that song says, I think it's a country fucking song, it says fucking 5 o'clock fucking somewhere. So fucking true. So really, beyond the scope of that, like pressure making diamonds, also pressure busting pipes, is so fucking true that also, you haven't really started making headway until fucking people are fucking, definitely hating on you, etc. That's so good. Like they say, if they're not hating, you must be worried. You got to start being worried because you're not a fucking threat to anybody, right? If you're out here fucking with a sign up that says fucking why lie? I need a beer, man. I mean, people are gonna be fucking giving you dollars and giving you high fives and shit. You understand, like, the concept? Because you're out of the game. You took yourself out of the game. Not to criticize anybody, obviously. Some people have, circumstances that, could have been circumvented, or maybe, they could still bounce back, etc. There's tons of creative stories in Hollywood, etc., about all types of endeavors. But even beyond the scope of that, if people aren't fucking lying about you, libeling you. I said a fucking tweet on Instagram. You had to fucking see this shit. Someone fucking, I don't know who this fucker is, man, but someone just randomly says shit on your fucking page, and I didn't have that many people saying shit, but, like, I mean, more times than not, people are just fucking hating, bro, and that's how you know you're onto the right pathway. But obviously you want to get some love, too, because, like, it's about an equilibrium out here, hating means you're a fucking threat, but love means that you got some supporters and loyalists out this bitch, even if they fucking hate on you, like, if you stick around them too much. A lot of people are in that fashion, or that provocative suit, right? So even on the scope of that, fucking, the 2 points I wanted to principally make was just that, fucking, if people aren't hating, start worrying then. Fucking, take care of your body, your mind, don't abuse any substances, etc. And also, like that song says, the song summarizes, country music is good in this suit because literally it talks about women and fucking problems of fucking drinking sometimes. And literally that song summarizes a lot. Like, none of this shit is fucking, like, absolute, right? You don't have to follow any fucking rules, okay? But at the same token, sometimes there is some fucking guidelines for a motherfucker and for your own fucking good and fucking safety, right? And I don't follow no fucking, like I said, man, I got a black box where suggestions go. But, sometimes I don't give a fuck, right? For what it's worth, so true. But even on the scope of that, sometimes there is some fucking general guidelines you want to fucking heed and follow. And then navigate that to the best senses of your ethics, okay? Your personal ethics, obviously, you know, everybody knows this shit. Like if you're fucking coherent and not fucking twisted off all this fucking bullshit that's out here for what it's worth. You understand there's some fucking basic codes of ethics, you know, understandably, right? And even in the even out there in that life, etc. Sometimes, like, you know, nothing's gonna get you farther than good business, regardless, right? Like sometimes, like, you know, being able to work the best partnership deals, even if someone, like, you know, this, that, etc. in business, right? This is just an ordeal, like, you know, whether it be like, you know, merchandising or retailing or any type of industry, right? I'm speaking holistically, but sometimes working the best business gets you the longer term success, even if it's, you know, longer term success is so necessary, etc. And some people fucking, you know, they haven't built enough fucking trade credit or fucking any type of rapport, etc. to fucking, even when you face hard times, you can obviously reach out to individuals, etc. I mean, work deals to fucking, you know, bounce back from anything, right? So that's like how your fucking ethics will fucking take you farther in the long term, right? And also people like to do business with people that do them right? So you do someone wrong, they're fucking, yeah, you made that fucking, yeah, this happened to me out in fucking Denver. Literally, this dude fucking, I was giving this girl $20, dude, and like, he like fucking stole the girl's $20. I was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, dude, this is fucking savage. Like, they don't even know each other prospectively, and literally, real fucked up, man. So, I mean, obviously, that guy's not doing good business, right? Like, he made $20, right? Oh, good for you, man. You can go get a fucking hamburger, maybe some french fries, even a fucking Black and Mild, right? That's a fucking good day. But then fucking the next day, man, when no one wants to fucking bring any money around you and fucking do any deals with you and shit because you're a fuckboy and etc., then that goes to show that was short-term, short-lasted, right? So at the same token, that's why the duration is who can do the best business. I've always prided myself on doing the best business. People have known this from all gamuts of life, whether it be this, that, etc. I'm just obviously being a stand-up guy with ethics. That's like fucking, you know, I understand a lot of this shit, you know, this shit, that shit, but obviously, you could fuck someone over, right? But then, like, literally, like, I mean, like, honestly, like, a lot of transparency, is that person gonna want to do business with you again, right? Like, it's just common sense. It's mostly acting, it's not even ethics. Like, I do it, you know, I think it's just reasonable, but at the same token, most people fucking, like, you should do it just because you're selfish, right? Like, economics, like, literally to say that, I fucking denounce this kind of philosophy, but it's just acting in your own self-interest is to the best self-interest of the economy as a whole, right? Or your society or your locality, etc. as a whole, right? I've kind of denounced that whole ordeal, but beyond the scope of that, like, fucking doing good business is acting in your own self-interest, because literally it's gonna give you long-term success, and you can make a fucking trillion fiat fucking dollars over fucking you know, the span of a long term, even after you're dead, right? Because companies continue on, right? In a lot of regards, if they keep creative destructing and also evolving and innovating, right? So they don't get creative destructed, right? So fucking true, but I think it's beyond the scope of this or that, man, that, like, fuck, man, I mean, it is in your self-interest to do good business, and people fuck themselves because they think so fucking short-term. I mean, I'm not trying to criticize anybody, but a finance professor once illustrated to myself the fucking best. He said this shit about fucking, people thinking like fucking dogs, and it's only natural because nature is nature, right? And sometimes you gotta fight nature, not in every facet, because nature is there for a reason, right? We have fucking instincts, etc., right, that fucking protect us, and some people even have intuition, etc., right? Which fucking protect us, right? And may also create advents. Like, how do you think I've created? Like, go to GabrielGriffin.com. I think it's /quotes, or just Google it, separate spaces in between it, etc. And how do you think I created those quotes? It's because fucking intuition, you understand? So intuition is like something that, you know, you can't really control. Sometimes women have it more than men, but often, sometimes these things just come to you, right? You build the foundational structure strong enough that your intuition can do the rest of the work, right? So it's kind of the ways of the world. And obviously, like, you know, the mind's eye, all this shit is just incredible as far as what God created. It's just about building that structure, that 10,000 hours in whatever you want to fucking do, or multiple things, right? To be able to have the foundation to have your intuition or just your mind's eye fucking do the rest of the work for you. So it's really easy, but the fucking structure, because you aren't necessarily built with that to the same caliber that's world class, right? So that's fucking my 2 bits on the whole ordeal. And literally, so it's just about building that foundation, whether that be fucking 1 through 6th grade. I think 1 through 6th grade, because I didn't even go to school after 6th grade, for what it's worth, until college, etc. And fucking that 1 through 6th grade, the foundation, like, you know, taking algebra in 6th grade type of shit, you know, etc., builds you such a fucking strong foundation that fucking, there's nothing you can't take on in this world, you understand? Nothing you can't find resolve for. You have a foundational structure that lets your mind's eye do the rest of the work as far as advents, innovations, etc. Right? So it gets easy, easy, easy. It gets really easy, but it's not so fucking easy because everybody would be doing it if it was so easy. But not everybody wants to put in that fucking. And you only get better because like the more you train your fucking mind, that's why you can't stop just because you're fucking good, you know? You want to be fucking the best, right? So, or the best that you could possibly be. So you fucking keep pushing it. Reading 6-8 hours a day, that's what fucking pushes the mind to extreme limits that literally you can think like other people can't even think. They can see a problem and see no fucking way out, and you can fucking find solutions. So that's the power in mind strength, along with other things. So that's all I'm going to share for now. Obviously, don't let the pressure break your fucking pipes. Let that pressure make you a diamond. Don't run from the pain. Sometimes you got to go towards the pain, right? You got to go towards the fucking pain. Face the fucking pain. Punch the fucking pain in the fucking eye. And fucking run it the fuck over, man. And fuck you, man. That's what I say. And you know you didn't make it until motherfuckers are lying on you, man. Like, I mean, everybody go, like, and like, I've heard this progressive say, he literally suggests this shit about fucking, he's like, I just wish people would stop judging so fucking much, you know? I mean, like, those fucking judges, like, and mediators, like, that's their fucking job. But the rest of society, I mean, I'm not saying this or that because I know I'm not without flaw, right? So true, but in a lot of context, everybody's just fucking, I know it's part of everything, like, just lifestyle, just being great and shit, but, I mean, everybody wants to just fucking judge, like, what the fuck, man? Like, why can't, like, you know, and I get it to a certain regard, but at the same time, like, sometimes it's just, like, fucked up, man. It's just really fucked up how people fucking try to do a motherfucker, and half of it is fucking, like, a good 45-50% of it is just fucking exaggerated lies, right? So that's society for you, full of shit, man. You know, like they say, man, these bloggers fucking straight baloney, bro. And you know I don't eat no fucking baloney, bro. Like, what the fuck, man? Fuck you, fuck your baloney. I mean, if you like your baloney, then fuck it, fucking roll with it. But fuck you, fuck your baloney. Baloney ass bloggers, man. Fuck you, man. I've been out here encouraging people for this masses amounts of times. Everybody's just fucking lying, bro. Everybody's fucking libeling, like, motherfucker, man, like, and get a chance to meet a motherfucker and understand, like, what the fuck it is, man. You know, like, for real, man. So I don't know you, man. You might know me, man, but fuck you, man. That's all I gotta say, man, because that progressive really struck a chord with me. He said one of his wishes was just that people would stop judging so fucking much, you know. It really fucking deters and regresses society in a lot of contexts because we're just trying to go get this shit. Make this a better society, etc. And people are just fucking worried about bullshit. Like, how stupid a motherfucker could be, you understand? Like, how stupid could a person really be, you understand? So, beyond the scope of that, man, it's so true that fucking, I mean, it's only conventionalism, but as you can see, for the majority of individuals, I mean, a good, like, near majority or majority, etc., it's so fucking true that conventional normalcy has gotten people fucked over. There's fucking crises everywhere you fucking look. And there always has been to a lot of regards, but it's so fucking true that keep being fucking, you know, keep doing what the fuck you want to do, I guess, if you want to, but just realize that conventionalism fucked a lot of people. It's not normal to study 8 hours a day, 6 hours a day, etc. It's not normal to be able to fucking create and manifest and create your destiny, right? But at the same token, sometimes that's what it takes to live the life that you want to. Even if it's not to the extent that, the highest fucking extent, at least you'll be living better than fucking that of the fucking, the majority, right? Which is fucking everybody's fucking themselves, this, that, etc. I was dropping statistics, but it's fucking too fucking pronounced for this fucking very moment, etc. So, I mean, motherfuckers. I mean, dude, it's so true, man. That's why I like rap music, because motherfuckers bounce back from this shit. Because literally, fucking. But although there's a lot of ignorance out there too, because motherfuckers burn through 100 M stacks, literally, when they're billionaires, if they were really fucking being smart, right? But so fucking true that just shedding game. Spreading games, obviously, there's nothing better than actually doing the best business in a lot of regards, and obviously create new ways to create value and wealth to the benefit of both parties. Win-win. What's the best provocative positioning in business, etc. is just that, a win-win situation. So fucking true that that comes from ingenuity, because there's new things that get invented that benefit every single party involved, right? So, and they've never been done before, and that's how the best business gets accomplished, and that's how innovation happens, and everybody copies the leader. But, you know, obviously it's who's the most dominant at it and who can implement it on the highest scale with the highest tier candidates involved, participants involved, right? So that's what makes it so valuable, etc. So just trying to implement some of these new ways to create value, right? And that's perceived value. Underline that word perceived, but that's it for now. Peace.